Greetings, everyone. Kasilelia, and welcome to the presentation for today. Our presentation today is about the leadership profile of John F. Kennedy. Our team name is for Avengers. The team members are myself, Teddy, Miss Vanseline Woodchip, and Miss Regina Rodriguez. As you can see, our logo is planted in the background of this presentation. The 5G stands for Group 5, and the shark is representing the College of Micronesia, my shark. I will be remiss if I didn't start out properly by pay my respect. So at this moment, I want to pay my respect to you guys and to the of this land, or to the guardians of this land. Through this presentation, we will cover the introduction, the leadership personal circumstance, and the leadership assessment, which these are the three main components that we're going to talk about. Our leadership statement, as you can see, is written in this slide. Think like a leader and follow like a follower. By working together to reach the goal of providing examples and guidance to accomplish the profile of John F. Kennedy. Our strategic use in this project is equality. Everyone is equal, everyone is a leader. So it is in line with our group statement, which is we all have to think like a leader and follow like a follower by working together to reach the goal of accomplishing this profile of John F. Kennedy. The communication used during this project is Facebook, email, and Canvas. Most of the time we use Facebook, which is it is friendly use, and we created a group chat in Messenger that we mostly use to do follow-ups, to communicate, to do follow-ups on where are we on our task that's assigned, and discussion on what needed to be done, and when is the date that we have to finish it. Motivation for choosing this leader is by John F. Kennedy's accomplishments, skills, and of course his personalities. In terms of education, John F. Kennedy graduated from Harvard University in 1940. He was educated through fourth grade at the Edward Devotion School, T. Noble and Greenough Lower School, and the Texter School. Young John attended the Riverdale Conjure School. It's a private school for boys during 5th to 7th grade. Kennedy, at the age of 13, he was shipped off to the Canterbury School in New Milford, Connecticut, for 8th grade. In September 1931, Kennedy went for boarding school in Wallingford, Connecticut. In September 1936, Kennedy enrolled at Harvard College and graduated in 1940 with his BA in government, concentrating on international affairs. Personal, personal quality traits. Kennedy was extremely determined. He got what he wants most of the time by using his humor, charms, and intellect, but he wasn't beyond harassing others and making threats. Kennedy was known for being charismatic and charming, which these are the two qualities that often comes naturally to those with the ESFP personality type. He was also known for being an excellent communicator and gifted speaker. John F. Kennedy had 13 leadership quality traits, which is he has vision, he was a good listener, he was determined, he had a good communication skills, he was intelligent, he was organized, he was charismatic, he learns from his mistakes, he was conqueror, he was an analyst, he's willing to take risk, he has humor, and he believes in his people. John F. Kennedy serves in the U.S. Navy during World War II, and after that he represented the Massachusetts 11 congressional district in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1947 to 1953. He then became a senator for Massachusetts in 1953 to 1960, and finally he became the U.S. president in 1961 to 1963, and I believe 1963 is the time that he was killed. That's when the assassination happened. John F. Kennedy uses a transformational leadership in public. He had big dreams of the United States, so he need to inspire others to embrace and share vision. He was largely, but not always, successful at carrying public opinions. Kennedy was able to bring the people together through strength in a way that emphasize his values for the greater good of everyone, which is a big component of transformation leadership. As a president, John F. Kennedy fought for to ensure equal rights and opportunities for all Americans. His successful events during his presidency includes the uh, building of the uh, Berlin Wall, the space race, the Peace Corps, early events of the Vietnam War, and the American Civil Rights Movement. With his charms and optimism, he championed the U.S. space program and shows cool, dynamic leadership during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The failure of the presidency were the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Bay of Pig scandal. In hope of overthrowing the leftist Castro regime, Kennedy and his young cabinet threw the Bay of a Pig's operation, but was unsuccessful. As president, John F. Kennedy inspired generations to accept the responsibility for its government and its world by taking political and social actions. And also a contribution to the society during one of his speeches, I believe. That's what the quote that we have in this slide. It says, if a free society can't help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. Also, part of his contribution is providing food aid for a needy family in response to the poverty he witnessed during his campaign across the country. And of course, the Peace Corps, and followed by the New Frontier. As we already mentioned in the previous slides uh, about leadership, personal circumstance, most of these things. So through our research and our leadership assessment of John F. Kennedy, we note the notable leadership qualities that noted are he is very determined, he's a good listener, he has good communication skills, he's intelligent, he's organized, and he's charismatic. The group assessment of the leadership demonstration, we are very impressed uh, of by John F. Kennedy leadership. He was a conqueror. He understood how important history was and work hard to ensure the world is a better place for the future generation. He had humor, and he believes in his people. His good leadership made the people believes to reach for the impossible. He challenges the nation to reach for the impossible, and for that he landed a man on the moon. Before the end of his decade, this was the legacy he left behind. We learn a lot from this research about uh, John F. Kennedy. Uh, he's uh, he's a great leader. A great leader, he can take risk in order to uh, accommodate or accomplish the vision uh, that he has to in the better of his people. Last but not the least, this is the last slide of our presentation. Uh, as you see what is written in this presentation, that's one of the popular quotes that I believe John F. Kennedy uses during his speeches. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, I kind of remember during reading this uh, during reading these research papers that during one of his speeches, it really touches the heart of the people. And there is this young man standing, listening. Just the next day, he went and signed up for the military, which is he signed up for Marine Corps. So he became a Marine Corps during that time, and then the question they asked him is, why did you want to join the military? And his answer is, his heart was touched by John F. Kennedy during his speech. So I believe this is the quote that touches that guy, which is it means to me, this quote means that ask not what your country can do for you, but you have to ask what you can do for your country. So, and this is during the war, so he has to sign up to do something for his country. So this concludes our presentation, and I really want to thank you all for your patience and cooperation throughout this presentation. And I want to take also this opportunity to thank the group members for their dedicated and hard work that it brings us to today that we present this project. So thank you, team leaders. And again, thank you. Kalangan, kirisau cabut, kamgar, kula.